He create everything. It is He who create the free gunas, but it is us who have bind ourselves into that free gunas. He created it, yes, but He didn't tell us to bind ourselves in it. This we did it happily, because we are so attracted to the beauty of this place, but we have made this place ours, and we forget the joy of Vaikuntha. We forget the joy being in that blissful state. The mind forget about it, but the Atma always remember it. But as long as you see, you are attached to these, reality, you will be still in the clutch of Maya. And so that's why Bhagavan said in that verse of Bhagavad Gita, I just said, under my direction, everything, under my direction, she do everything. Maya catch everybody. So everybody is under this free mode of conduct, the Rajasic, Tamasic and Sattvic itself. So it's not that he created out of joy because he's thinking, okay, now I will want all this human being to suffer. No. We call the suffering upon ourselves, because one have said, okay, look at the world itself, how people look for happiness. Do you think people, when we talk about spirituality, even on the spiritual path itself, do you think when I'm talking about spirituality, I'm talking about eternal bliss, I'm talking about the love of God, do you think anybody really know what it is? We like the concept of the name, I like prem, I like joy, I want eternal bliss, I want Vaikuntha, but in the mind it doesn't make any sense, For many people, they don't know what it is. They like the ideas of it. They like the word of it. But first, one must learn to purify oneself to attain to that. When one becomes humble, only one really have a taste of what is true love in itself. There's this beautiful story of Shankaracharya. One disciple wanted to take shelter to Shankaracharya. And he was very proud of himself, and he came to Shankaracharya, and Shankaracharya said, no, I don't want to have you as disciple. But that fellow was very determined, and he was very keen of taking shelter, he wanted Shankaracharya to accept him as his guru. So Shankaracharya said to him, listen, if you really want, you have to purify yourself. First go to Vraj. Go there and stay 1 year. What you have to do the parikrama of Govardhan every day. And only focus your mind on Giridhari. And you should not touch, you should not hear anything. You should not... you should just concentrate in your service to Krishna. And then he bowed down and he take leave of Shankaracharya, and he went to Raj, and that's what he will be doing. For 1 year he did this, only doing that. So as after 1 year he came back, as he was coming back, the Guru wanted to test him. And he said, he called an old lady who was sweeping, and he said to the old lady, listen, I will give you 5 rupees. You go and sweep. You see this Pandit is coming. Go and sweep the floor in front of him. As much as you can make dust, but all the dust can come upon him. And the lady was thinking, oh my goodness, if I do that, the Pandit will be really angry. But look, 5 rupees at that time was a lot of money, and so okay, I'll do that. And she went there when the Pandit was passing by. She started sweeping, ching, 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 and all the dust fall upon the Pandit, and he became super angry with the lady, and the lady ran quickly and he was chasing the lady. And the lady went into a small gully, small road, and disappeared. So Shankaracharya was looking at that and he was laughing. So when the disciple came, bowed down, and said, please, would you accept me now as your disciple? I did what you told me to do. And he said, no, you're not yet ready. Go back again another year. So another year he went and did the same thing. Second time when he came, and when Shankaracharya saw him coming, he said, okay, he called again the same lady and said, you do the same thing. But this time you should make sure that your broom touch him. Huh? I will give you 10 rupees. And the lady said, okay, 10 rupees, fine. So she made the plan in her mind and she went and she broomed. The dust and the broom touch him, because you see in the Hindu tradition, touching one person with a broom is a very irrespectful. So she touched the broom, and again, he tried to control himself, because first time Shankaracharya told him, you got angry. So this time he had this in mind, no, I will not get angry. But his face became very, he was very, he didn't act, but he was burning inside. So he went to Shankaracharya, bowed down, and Shankaracharya looked at him, smiled and said, no, you're not ready, still anger is inside of you. So go back again. But this fellow was very adamant about, really, he wanted to take shelter of Shankara. So then he went back again he did the sadhana again, go around Govardhan, and after a year he come back, so Shankaracharya called again the lady and said to the lady, listen, I will give you this time 25 rupees. What you have to do, take all the garbage from your bin, pour it over the head of this Pandit. The lady said, okay, that was okay, one thing. Touching the person with the broom, okay, it could be a mistake. But now you have to ask me a lot, to take the whole bin and put it on him. But then she was thinking, but 25 rupees is a lot of money, so I can look after my family well. So she said, okay, I will do that. So the other Pandit was passing by. Shankara was looking. She saw she took the whole bin and poured it over the head of that Pandit. And this time, as she was ready to run, the Pandit just bowed down to her. And bowed down to her and said, don't run, mother. You are my first guru. It is because of you that I have been purified and cleansed. So seeing that, Shankara called this man and said, now you are ready to be my disciple. He said, you're not devotee. There you now said, you are ready to be my disciple because you have learned humility. And where there is humility, that love is present. So without humility, one will not know what is love in itself. So saying that through being humble, bow down to that lady, he was worthy of receiving that blessing to be the disciple. So like that also, you have to do your duty and just purify yourself. The second part of the question was
why did he create such a difficult trap for us, even though he yearns and
yes, it's not, he didn't create a difficult trap, Actually, in that trap itself, it is the beauty of everything, when you can recognize really that beauty, So throughout life, you have claim that, yes, I want to be happy in this world, you know, you think that this world will make you happy. You have said to yourself that you are happy. And Bhagavan said, okay, fine, you want to be happy in this world, then you will be revolving into that same chakra, you know, that same round, then you can't be free. So who is freeing you, you know? First you have to make the step of, you know, willingly and sincerely, knowing that, yes, I will never be free truly into this world. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, you know, that true happiness will never come. That divine bliss will awake only when I'm free from that delusion, you know, and really when sincerely I'm dedicated into my service to the lotus feet of Guru and God. So that's why Guru come as a reminder also, to remind continuously that you are in that clutch of Maya, you know, you are into these clutches. You must go out of that. And it's not that you can't go out. No, the moment you decide to go out, he will give you all help you need to go out. But you have to try your best, you know, you have to not lose hope, you have to really persevere into your aim itself.